There are few ships in the Star Citizen universe like the Star Runner. Now, myself, I'm a big proponent of this ship because I understand what it is. There are some people out there who are not fans of it. They feel that it lacks firepower, but to that I always say, not every ship can be everything that you want it to be. And what this ship lacks in firepower, I hope that it is going to have an equivalent amount of evasive skill. This is not a ship that's meant to kind of defeat the blockade. That is a ship that is meant to outwit the blockade, outrun the blockade. That is what its primary purpose is, to get the cargo to the destination and avoid Imperial complications, if you know what I mean. But some people aren't satisfied with that. They want a ship that is more combat oriented. They want a ship that is tougher and, something that can get cargo to the destination, but at the same time, fight its way through a certain amount of opponents. And that ship already exists and is flight ready and in game right now. And that ship is the Freelancer Miss. The ugliest ship I will ever recommend. The Freelancer Miss runs currently at $175 US. For me, it is the logical next step up from the Cutlass. If you're looking for, a stepping stone in between this and the $200+ range ships like the Corsair and the Star Runner and so on and so forth. Honestly, I feel that this ship is something of a hidden gem in the Star Citizen universe. A lot of people look at it and they kind of go, well, it's only got the quad size 3, gimbaled guns, which with gimbal assist are certainly very decent. And a lot of people kind of look at that and they go, that firepower's not all that great. And the truth is, yeah, it's not the best in terms of guns, but it's got the missiles. It's got a metric crap ton of missiles. The other thing it's got going for it, of course, is it's flight ready now. It's in game, it's flyable, it's all there, it's good to go. You can start building it, you can start running missions with it right now, today. It is there, it is done. And that is one of the things that when we're talking about a lot of these ships, like the Corsair, like the Star Runner, though the Star Runner is coming up in the very near future, it is unique in that it is available now. It is in the game, and it is a good ship, despite the fact that it looks terrible. It is a face only a mother could love in terms of starships. It really, really is. But it is a solid ship. It is absolutely a solid ship. It carries more cargo than a Cutlass, carries more missiles than a Cutlass. I would say, when CIG's talking about the Vanguard and they're saying, the Vanguard's up here in terms of kill-death ratio, I bet you the next step up in that, in that measurement is this ship right here. A lot of people, I think, go in and tangle with this ship, especially people in fighters, and they think, I'm going to outmaneuver this guy. I'm going to show him what's up. It's only got those, 4 gimbaled guns, and they have certain limitations as far as, how far you can extend them, because that prominent front hull does block the guns to a certain degree. So there's a lot of times when 2 of your guns are just kind of firing directly out in front of you, and the other 2 guns are the only ones tracking the target. It does have some issues, and it's, very true. But when that missile spam hits, that's kind of a game ender. That really changes the game, and it's something that I'm sure more than a few pilots have run into when they've been out there and they've been tussling with it, and they're like, oh my god, how did I die? One, yeah, we have some UI issues and some game bugs that kind of make things happen at surprising times. But a lot of it, I think, is just the missiles. I mean, this thing can spam missiles at Macross / Robotech levels of missile spam. It is redonkulous how much firepower you can bring to bear on somebody all of a sudden. And that is something that has a value in and of itself. The fact that you can queue up a crap ton of missiles and just let them all go and just boom. You know, people look at weapons and they think DPS, but that sudden shock of all these missiles hitting at once it can negate that equation in a dogfight, because all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you can do 3,000 DPS, but I can do, 20,000 in one big hit, It can be a very unwelcome shock or surprise. And, honestly, missiles, yeah. 4 GT220s, which it comes with stock, aren't something to sneeze at either. Because remember, those are projectiles. That's going right through your shields. You're going to feel that, maybe not in the beginning, but you're going to notice it over time. That is going to eat away at your ship. Now, one of the things that it does certainly have over the more, military-oriented ships, the more combat-oriented ships, is it's still got that cargo bay, which means you're going to be able to do a respectable amount of cargo running with this ship and still pack a vehicle, at least a space bike and possibly, the little golf cart buggy into this thing. You're not going to be carrying, some of the heavier APC transports, but a reasonable small vehicle you can carry around in the ship and still carry a decent amount of cargo with it. It has a broad amount of applications, and that's not something, it's not something to take too lightly, because as things change in the Star Citizen universe and more gameplay mechanics come into play, ground vehicles are probably going to see something of a renaissance in the future in terms of usability and the need to have them. As we've seen with armor types for different environments, I bet you ground vehicles are going to see that same kind of, these are actually important. You're going to see people's minds being changed like that. This is going to be one of those ships that, like many of the others that I'm a fan of, it can carry armor, it can carry weapons, it can carry, all the things that you're potentially going to need. And especially if you're someone who's sitting down in a lower tier ship and you're looking for something affordable and something decent in that mid-tier range, this is one of the best values out there. It really, really is. And it's got that ability to just kind of hop and skip around the universe and get things done that the lighter ships really can't match in terms of quantum fuel capacity. This ship can just kind of hop around the solar system and go where it wants to go. And fuel isn't the issue that it's going to be on a smaller ship. Now, with all these things having been said, what do I think about the Freelancer Miss overall? What is my realistic, down-to-earth, not just like, oh my god, it's the greatest ship ever, you should buy it type review? What do I really believe about this ship? Is it, just a rip-roaring, ass-kicking combat ship? No. I think that there are going to be opponents, certainly in the future, that are going to outshine the ship. But I think that this is, right now, the most dangerous cargo ship in the Star Citizen universe. And in the hands of a pilot that understands its limitations and, really can play to its strengths, it is a solid combat ship. If not, potentially in the current universe with the ships that are available, a dominant one. It is kind of a hidden gem if you can get over the looks. But if you can get over the looks, it's a smuggler's best friend. Currently.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.